Brace yourself. These zodiac signs are entering their villain era in 2026. 2026 is not a soft year. It's a year of awakenings, endings, boundary lines, and personal rebirth. With Saturn tightening discipline, Pluto awakening inner shadows, Uranus breaking old identities, and eclipses exposing hidden truth, some zodiac signs will stop being the nice one. They'll stop people-pleasing, stop over-explaining, stop absorbing everyone else's chaos. These 5 signs aren't turning cruel. They're turning powerful. Their villain era is their liberation, their clarity, and their refusal to tolerate disrespect. Let's begin with the sign that steps into the shadows quietly, but dangerously. Number 5, Scorpio. Scorpio's villain era in 2026 is subtle, silent, and chilling. With Pluto in Aquarius squaring Scorpio placements, psychological rebirth becomes unavoidable. People who once had emotional access to Scorpio suddenly find themselves locked out without explanation. Scorpio stops playing therapist, stops absorbing others' issues, and stops giving their loyalty to people who haven't earned it. Mars' retrograde influence triggers their shadow instincts, making them more selective, more observant, and less forgiving. Scorpio no longer reacts. They respond. They distance themselves strategically. They protect their energy ruthlessly. In 2026, Scorpio becomes the quiet villain, not through cruelty, but through unapologetic self-preservation. Their silence is louder than any revenge. Number 4, Aquarius. Aquarius enters 2026 with icy composure and unshakable power. Pluto fully in Aquarius awakens their shadow side, the part of them that sees through manipulation, refuses to tolerate immaturity, and enforces boundaries without guilt. They stop softening their truth to avoid conflict. They stop explaining their decisions. They stop allowing others to drain their innovative spirit. Uranus in Gemini amplifies their rebellious confidence, making Aquarius bolder, sharper, and emotionally detached from drama. Meanwhile, Jupiter in Leo pushes power struggles and reveals who has been secretly competing with them. Aquarius's villain era is defined by strategic coldness. They become the mastermind, calm, brilliant, and impossible to intimidate. Number 3, Gemini. Gemini's villain era hits like lightning. With Uranus entering Gemini, their identity undergoes a shock that frees them from people-pleasing and masks. They speak with sharp honesty, no longer sugarcoating for the comfort of others. They stop shrinking their intelligence. They stop hiding their truth. Jupiter in Leo amplifies their voice, making their opinions louder and their presence stronger. Saturn in Aries adds discipline and focus, helping Gemini become more assertive, even confrontational when necessary. This isn't chaos. This is clarity. Gemini's villain era is the era where they stop apologizing for being brilliant, bold, and brutally honest. If the truth burns someone, Gemini hands them ice. Number 2, Libra. Libra's villain era, in 2026, is born from betrayal and exhaustion. With Saturn entering Aries, it opposes Libra and forces confrontation with toxic partnerships, fake friends, and imbalanced expectations. Libras finally see who has taken advantage of their kindness, patience, and diplomacy. Neptune in Aries dissolves illusions, revealing hidden motives and false loyalty. And with eclipses on the Aries-Libra axis, karmic bonds break, relationships end, and past patterns collapse. Libra stops people-pleasing, stops apologizing for their boundaries, and stops giving chances to those who drain them. Libra's villain era is elegant but ruthless. They don't shout, they don't chase, they don't explain. They simply cut off access. Number 1, Aries. Aries claims the most powerful villain era of 2026. When Saturn enters Aries, it launches a new 30-year karmic cycle, hardening Aries' self-discipline, emotional armor, and personal authority. Aries becomes the strongest version of themselves, the one who refuses to tolerate disrespect or carry other people's weight. Neptune in Aries dissolves past wounds, insecurities, and fears that once held Aries back. Eclipses on the Aries-Libra axis push Aries toward decisions requiring independence, courage, and a little bit of ruthlessness. Aries' villain era is fierce. They stop saying yes when they mean no. They stop rescuing people who sabotage themselves. They stop accepting less than they give. They become the hero of their own story, even if it makes them the villain in someone else's. These 5 signs aren't turning dark, they're turning awake. Their villain era is their rise, their empowerment, and their refusal to play small ever again. Tell me in the comments, which sign are you, and what pushed you into your villain era? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and return for more shadow side astrology.